A means of escape. Every system provides its own sanctioned exit routes, not to freedom, but to managed oblivion. These are the pressure valves on the boiler of societal discontent. They are not real escapes, which would involve a critical engagement with the prison itself, but psychological exit doors that lead to a broom closet, the screen that offers a virtual life, the substance that clouds the senses, the fervent belief that postpones fulfillment to an afterlife, the consumptive rage that mimics agency. These are the toys given to the inmate to prevent him from studying the lock on the main gate. A real escape is a threat. A means of escape is a control mechanism. Odd system of honor. A code of conduct designed by the powerful to be unbreakable for them and easily broken by the powerless. Its rules are not a guide for virtuous living, but a labyrinth for the small. For the great, the labyrinth has bridges laid over the top. They can cross directly to the rewards while praising the beauty of the maze from above. Adherence to this odd honor is a cage for the common man, a set of behavioral restraints that limit his reach and dull his ambition. Yet for the elite, violation of the same code is a privilege, a demonstration of their transcendence over the petty rules that bind the masses. It is a game where the rulebook is written in invisible ink for one team. Strong propaganda. The weakest propaganda shouts. The strong propaganda is the air you breathe. It does not feel like an injection of a foreign substance, but a nutrient essential to your cognitive diet. It is the stories a culture tells itself about its own virtue, its destiny, its enemies. It is the language that shapes thought before thought has a chance to shape itself. It is the assumption so deep it needs no stating, the background radiation of reality. You cannot fight it with facts, for it has preemptively defined what counts as a fact. It is not an argument you reject, but an environment you inhabit. Insatiable appetite of matter. The physical universe is not a stable stage, but a drain with a relentless thirst. Matter yearns for dissolution. Flesh dreams of decay, metal of rust, stone of dust. Every ordered system, a body, a city, a civilization, is a temporary localized rebellion against this base hunger for chaos and stillness. To build is to fight a constant, wearying war against this gravitational pull towards entropy. We pour energy into our structures, our art, our lives, and the world consumes it, patiently, inevitably. This is the silent war we are all losing, a penny at a time. The appetite is insatiable, and the bill always comes due. Energy is the only true solid. All else is ephemeral configuration, a temporary shimmer on a fundamental field of force. The rock, the flesh, the star, these are but concentrations, knots of intensity in a vast ocean of potential. Matter is a symptom, a slowed-down vibration, a dream that energy is having. What we perceive as solidity is merely a consensus of resistance agreed upon by our senses. Peel back the appearance and you find not tiny billiard balls, but relationships, potentials, a seething, boundless vitality, pretending to be stone. In the end, only the verb is real. The nouns are all illusions. This we call power. Energy learns. Power is not raw, undirected force. That is chaos. Power is energy that has acquired a memory, a direction, a preference. It is the moment a lightning bolt, instead of striking randomly, learns to seek the highest point. It is the river that, instead of meandering, decides to carve a canyon with intent. Power is energy that has woken up, that has looked upon its own boundless potential and chosen a form. It has forgotten its own transience and become obsessed with its own story. This is the transition from the natural world to the human world. The moment force becomes will. Computational mind. The great reductionist project of our age to treat the human spirit as a processing problem. The messy, poetic, and gloriously unpredictable theater of consciousness is flattened into a series of inputs and outputs. Love, grief, inspiration, these are not mysteries to be pondered, but algorithms to be decoded, patterns to be replicated. The computational mind sees a forest and it calculates board feet of lumber. It hears a symphony in diagram sound wave patterns. It is a philosophy that builds a perfect map of a territory and then declares the territory itself with its swamps and its shadows and its unmappable qualities to be irrelevant. It is intelligence without wisdom, knowledge without understanding. Depopulate. A clinical sanitary word for a final solution, it is the logic of the spreadsheet applied to the species. When human life is reduced to a data point, a unit of consumption, a drain on resources, a variable in a sustainability equation, the most elegant answer to any complex problem becomes the subtraction of variables. It is the ultimate expression of the computational mind, solving for the future by eliminating the humanity within it. The word itself is a shield, protecting the speaker from the visceral reality of the emptiness it describes.